Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School for a varsity girls volleyball matchup as the Crown Point Bulldogs play host to the Portage Indians. I'm Captain Later. I'll the play-by-play for tonight's action. We're starting off here early on in the first set, 7-2 in favor of Crown Point. Portage took the first 2 points, and since then 7 unanswered from the home side of Bulldogs. And the all-whites, that one gets drilled into the net by Brooke Hodges. Crown Point coming in 15-1, 5-0 in Doolin play. And Portage will take their first timeout. The Indians of Portage, 6-6 overall, 2-3, 6th place in the DAC entering this one. But they're on the up and up here, despite dropping their last conference match to Chesterton. They have battled hard this season. David Ortiz, in his second year, has done a good job with this program, trying to rebuild the culture and change the attitude of Crown Point volleyball. Meanwhile, Allison Duncan's team competitive yet again. Only loss coming back on August 30th against Westfield in a tournament where they lost 2-0. But they've since won their last 7 matches. So after our first time out, Crown Point, who has won 8 consecutive points in this opening set, and Kaylin Duncan to serve. Didn't start, just entered out of the break, and there's an ace. Duncan, a 5'5" junior who is third in the Doolin with assists. She's one of the better passers on this team. That one's on the wrong side of the line, off Ainsley Klein's right hand, and it's 10 consecutive points for Crown Point. And David Ortiz knew that coming in, this was going to be a challenge for his team against a really good Crown Point side. DeShields gave it a try. Another point there. It was Shara, the 5'11" senior outside hitter. That's a good block there. It just ricocheted over, and Torres just trying to get creative on her feet very quickly. It's another point for CP. Best of 5 here in conference play. First of 25 here in these opening sets. Skara again over the double. And it's now 13-2. Duncan still serving. Good dig there out of the back. Rafael, and there you go. Portage finally ends that scoring run. 13 straight for Crown Point. Now the libero, Olivia Pizzell, someone that David Ortiz highlighted coming in as a player who has really shined bright. Back line again. And it's back-to-back for the Bulldogs, where they've surrendered points here in this opening set. Good crowd on hand here in Crown Point. sixth conference match for both these programs. Down the line, it was Orgenz. Good recovery. And McWilliams comes back across. It's now 3 straight for Portage. Emma McWilliams, the senior outside hitter. And it's Pizzell again. Right through. Elia DeShields, the leader of Crown Point in total blocks, second in the Newland. But she's also hitting it at 184 this season. Junior having a phenomenal campaign. Keep your eye on her. She's wearing number 11. There's an ace. It's Shara. Just recording her 30th ace of the season. 15-5 the score. Going down the line, dug out there well by Del Real. Cross court. That's Orgenz again. Crown Point has been so dominant this season that loss they suffered back on August 3rd, their only dropped match of the year. And there you see they pick up another point. Their first and only loss on this season. And that was after they started 2025 on an 8-match winning streak. As they yet again had on to their already massive first set lead. And there's our first service error of the match coming from Skara. But going back to the point though, on Crown Point, they have dropped just 4 sets all season long. And if you eliminate that August 30th loss to Westfield, they've only dropped 2 sets this entire season. Yes, Orgenz has another kill, going middle that time. Man, the start for Portage what they wanted. They struck out to an early 2-0 lead off of consecutive aces from their star Ella Klakowski. Who is the team's leader in hitting percentage. The team's best servers as well. Yes. Rafael gets rejected, and it's 21-6. Opening set. Near in this conference match. As Crown Point looks to continue to stay unbeaten in the Newland. Already 3 points away from an opening set victory. Libera Bella Del Real to serve. Senior, who is one of the leaders of this team, both emotionally and physically. That's 3 right there. That's another point for the Bulldogs. It was Rafael yet again. 23-6 the score here in the opening set. Del Real. Out with there. Klakowski Trying to set up Rafael. Sent away. That one got deflected off the blocker, Rafael. It's still there for a moment, but it's driven into the net by Emma McWilliams. And it's 24-6, and it's set point here for Crown Point. And it'll be still set point, but this time they'll be on the receiving end as Del Rio commits the service error, her 17th on the season. Talk about how one of the team captains for Allison Duncan's program. That was Klein with the serve. McWilliams had to get it over, but it doesn't matter. Set one to Crown Point in dominant fashion, 25-7 in the opening set. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to browse wares from 70-plus vendors at the Crown Point Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. most Saturdays through September 27th at Bulldog Park. For a list of vendors, visit crownpoint.info/farmersmarket. Kevin Miller with you here on the Region Sports Network from Crown Point High School. After the Bulldogs at 15-1 overall, 5-0 in the Duneland Conference. Took that first set from 6-6, 2-3 in conference play. Portage 25-7. Portage jumped out to an early advantage, but then Crown Point never looked back. And they outscored Portage following that early 2-0 lead, 25-5. Pretty impressive stuff there. From the Bulldogs and Allison's Duncan team, who has only dropped 4 sets all season. They swept Portage a year ago, winning both matches in straight sets. Portage's JV team trying to make some noise. Trying to spark some momentum for their side after a rather unceremonious first set. And that's what David Ortiz wants to see, is that energy. It's part of the acronym that he's installed since taking over prior to last year in Portage. And the acronym is PRIDE, part of the phrase Portage Pride, where he wants players who are passionate, respect who they are, integrity of what they're going to do to come up in the program, determination in doing what it takes to be successful, and last but not least, energy. But David Ortiz is a firm believer that energy is not something that you can coach. The players have to bring it to the court themselves. Crown Point will serve to start the second set. The senior team captain and libero, Bella Del Rio, will get things rolling. Tries to go cross court, it's long. And for the second straight set, Portage strikes first. And now Ainsley Klein will step up to the service line. Good dig there. We're down the line. That was well blocked. It was Bumpus who gave it a try. Bukowski. Another point. That was well done. Skara just getting it over the double. That was Ella Klakowski and Emma McWilliams of Portage on that right side. Now we're all knotted up here. Can't one aside. Kaylin Duncan to serve. McWilliams stumbled, but that's going to cost them the point. McWilliams, senior outside hitter, a team leader in kills for Portage. Looking to get her going. She was quiet in that opening set. Good dig there from Klein. Used to keep the rally going, but couldn't find anyone there. And it's 3-1 Bulldogs. Nemez sets up Bukowski. That's a great dig there by Del Real. It's Skara now with some help from the net. And it's 4-1. Skara extending our team lead in kills. 221 of those coming into the night. And that soft touch there at the net. Morgans. It's 5-1. It's a team where, for Crown Point, the wealth is spread across the roster, up and down. As here's McWilliams giving it a swing. Gets it through the double. That's huge for her confidence. Like we said, she was quiet, just one kill in that opening set. She'll get a breather. As Amez and Brooke Hodges will rejoin. Free ball here, Organs. Hazel. That's a strong swing from Rafael, who recently had a career best day against Lake Central. And there have been two for the moment, but Amez drives it right into the net for a service error. (6-3) in the second after a 25-7 dominant first set for Crown Point. Free ball there, and Hodges once again squares up, just trying to get it over after a Gazelle dig that really went haywire. That's out, and it's 7-4. Torres will rejoin in place of the libero, Pizzell. That's out from Olivia Rafael, the sophomore outside hitter. For Portage, they're a team that struggles at the service line. Already over 100 service errors entering the day. Several service errors in this one already. Down the line, trying to go cross court was Hodges. Sent away. Hodges again goes cross court. Free ball here. Miscommunication, and it ultimately lands with Portage getting to a 3-point deficit. It was Duncan and Vode coming together for Crown Point. That's an ace. Ella Klakowski, the team leader in hitting percentage. Hit for a season best 600 against Washington Township a couple of weeks ago. Two-year varsity player with, what our coach says, incredibly high volleyball IQ. And that was Ivy Henderson that time. Her first points of the night. Orez. They're going to call a net violation on Crown Point. So 9-7. Second set much more competitive than the first. Portage has already matched their first set point total here in the second set, as Alina Navarro with another service here for Portage. Good dig there from McWilliams. Scar cross court. That was finding a corner and drilling it for Eliscara. Another kill for her. So good this season. That's a really good effort there from Ainsley Klein. They do get it over. Brownlee still alive. Klakowski chipping it over for Orez. Bumpus down the line. 12-7. It was a really good rally though. Ainsley Klein nearly running into the scores table to keep the point growing. Here's Klein again. Trying to go back right. It was well received by Del Real. McWilliams. Del Real again. Bumpus now. She finds the right spot and makes it 13-7. Brianna Bumpus, just a sophomore, but third on this Crown Point team in hitting percentage. Recently a career high hitting percentage against Belmont. Del Real. Now, Scara, did she get the corner? Yes. Well placed again from the 5'11" senior who leads the Duneland Conference in kills, entering play this afternoon. That's a service error. And Portage can breathe. And teams have seen it all season long against Crown Point. You let them get going, let them put points together quickly, things can spiral out of control for their opponents. Certainly the case in the first set for Portage, where after taking the first 2 points to start the match, they gave up 13 consecutive points to Crown Point. David Ortiz burned his first time out of the night. Going the service there, that's now 2 straight points for Crown Point. And David Ortiz will take a timeout. So will we. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to browse wares from 70-plus vendors at the Crown Point Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. most Saturdays through September 27th at Bulldog Park. For a list of vendors, visit crownpoint.info/farmers market. What a rally! And it finally ends with DeShields picking up yet another block. She's 10th in the state of Indiana, 4th if you look at Class 4A alone in blocks entering the night with 55. She now has a couple of them here in this one, and that is long on the return from Kalina Navarro of Portage. So since the David Ortiz and the Indians chime out, consecutive points here for Crown Point, but it finally ends with a service error committed by Hayden Klimowicz. Cab later and join your company with our great Region Sports Network crew. First volleyball match of the season for our team. Excited to be here with you. And that will be an ace. And it's Ainsley Klein who is at the line there for Portage. Recorded 84 aces in her freshman season last year, and she picks up 2 straight here. Klein now, consecutive points, closest this margin has been since it was 8-5. In the second set. Can Klein make it 3 in a row? She goes to that same spot, attacking Skara, and it's long. So 19-11 in favor of Crown Point. Service coming from Duncan. McWilliams trying to get over the block. Unsuccessful. And it's another point for Crown Point. That was something that they were worried about. This Portage coaching staff was. Crown Point, a couple of the bigger blockers in the Duneland. When you have DeShields sitting at 6'2", you have Ivy Henderson, who makes in the rotation, standing at 6'4". There's another attempt long from this time Klakowski. Not to mention Bumpus, Skara, and Orgens all standing at 5'11". And Portage was concerned about trying to win the battles at the net. And the focus for them was trying to get it around the blockers. And while that was the concern on the attacking end, how about that block from Ella Klakowski? The player who has been labeled by our coaching staff as the glue of this team. They say she always needs to be on the floor because she just keeps everyone together with her toughness, with her energy. And you saw the way they rallied around right there. She picks up a huge block. DeShields, aided by the tip of the net. Makes it a 10-point advantage again for Crown Point, nearing a second set victory and a 2-0 lead here on this Thursday night. Hodges, met there by DeShields. It's Orgentz now. Scar to serve, and she picks up an ace. Scar, senior, great varsity career at Crown Point, nearing its end, obviously. She comes from the back line, gets it over the block of Rafael. Hodges off balance. Good return there. Del Real, and that will be a point for Portage. That was crushed by DeShields on the way out. So it remains 24-14. No longer set point at the time being, or still is technically, but they're on the receiving end now. That's a great dig. Now is Rafael. Hodges. Del Real, good return. Through the double. And that's how set number 2 comes to an end. So 25-7, 25-14. Bulldogs in position for another straight sets victory. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to browse wares from 70-plus vendors at the Crown Point Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. most Saturdays through September 27th at Bulldog Park. For a list of vendors, visit crownpoint.info/farmersmarket. Third set approaching here from Crown Point, and the home-sided Bulldogs have given their fans lots to cheer about here in this one. 25-7 in the first set, 25-14 the second set. For a program that has dropped just 4 sets all season long, on the brink of another straight sets victory. These two teams, as all Duneland teams do, met twice last year in the regular season. Crown Point swept the season series by a combined set score of 6-0. And for Portage right now, what adjustments are they considering and making in that huddle? The concern coming in was trying to attack the high hands and hit around the block. They've been able to do that at pockets of time, but not consistently enough to be competitive. Second set much more competitive in the first, not just by the scoreline, but also from some of those momentum swings as well that we saw during the course of the eventual Crown Point advantage. The Bulldogs send Bella Del Real, Escara, Uriah DeShields, Brina Bumpus, as well as Hayden Clomois and Elisabetta Bedoy. Meanwhile, for Portage, it's Olivia Raffel, Kalina Navarro, Hayden Orez, Brooke Hodges, and Ella Klakowski. Raffel will be replaced by Olivia Pizzell. Libero to start this third set. Make or break time for Portage, and they send their leader Ella Klakowski to the service line to start. Dropping to her knee, Skara. It's Bumpus trying to go cross court. That's a great dig from Klakowski. Orez thought she had won the point. It continues. Hodges. Del Real sends it away. DeShields had to far. And it's 1-0 Portage. DeShields, after being stuffed by Hayden Orez, trying to then go for that left side where there was a pocket of space, but she put a little too much on it. That's a infraction on Orez. So it's 1-1. Hodges right into the net. May have been a piece of it from Kalia DeShields. And wouldn't you know, Crown Point leads again. They have dropped the first point in now all 3 sets. Hasn't mattered in the first 2. Good set there. Klakowski switching direction. And there's Skara. Lasering one to the back right corner to make it 3-1. Duncan now will serve. And that one sent away. Navarro. Navarro, great dig there. Hodges, that's well received. Del Real, Skara, it drops in for her. Out off the attempt there from Orez. Well, Shara, so good in this one. Team up 6-1, already leading candidate for a couple of our post-game awards. Markowski, cross court, down the line. And that's well played. That's Ainsley Klein with the kill. Shara again. Mention a couple of those awards. Make sure to stay with us at the conclusion of tonight's game. We'll name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies, the insurance professionals. Shara to serve. Her team up 7-2. That was McWilliams trying the cross-court kill. Unsuccessful there. McWilliams again bumps it over. That's a good dig there. Nemez. And the kill. Eight to 2, the score here in the third set. Torres got over that double. 1 point, wasn't expecting that quick return from Klakowski. And Shields in the front line. And David Ortiz will burn another timeout. News is good if you're a Crown Point fan. Big lead here in the third set. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step towards your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. 10-2 as Crown Point takes the first point following a Portage timeout. Up 2-0. Looking to win this one in straight sets. Shara with the ace. Perfectly placed, attacking Olivia Pizzell, the libero. She goes after Pizzell again. Mez was there to back her up. Well dug out by Shara. Oh, look at that dig there. But Klakowski wasn't prepared for it. Now 13-2. 12-2, I beg your pardon. Klakowski tipped it over and also hit the net. So net violation now makes it 13-2. And that was the presence of DeShields being felt there on the front line. Somehow, someway, McWilliams got it over. Shara from the back line. A good drive. And it's 14-2. Dominant as the Bulldogs pulling away here in what they hope is the final set of the night. And while Shara gets ready to serve, we remind you to stay with us after the game. We'll name the Proud Union Home Player of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a Union Iron Worker. Shara, another ace. Klakowski for Orez. Needed to get over on the free ball. Good block. Klakowski sends it over. DeShields. Right down Broadway. Just attacking the middle of the floor. And it's now one of the largest leads of the night for Crown Point. 14-point advantage here McWilliams. Ayowski on the free ball. That's driven off the back line, and that finally breaks the scoring drought for Portage. Sophomore Olivia Pizzell to serve. Shara off the back line. Had to get it over. McWilliams needs to. She does. Shara again from the back line. You can see why she leads the conference in kills. Entering the night, by the way, Shara had 221 kills. The next closest player behind her in terms of total number of kills behind Shara entering the night on this Crown Point team is 167 kills behind her. It's an insane number. That number has only grown as the night has gone on. It's already 18-3. Shara exits for the first time in this one. And Del Real to serve. It's long. And Portage gets one back. Indians see Ainsley Klein to serve. She's been their best player at the line in this one. Del Real dropping down to a knee. Bazell, Klein, Klakowski. That's out. It was chipped over by Ivy Henderson. Part of that height up front, 6'4" junior. Two-sport athlete. She also with that height uses it to her advantage in the wintertime on the varsity basketball team here at Crown Point. Good block. Still alive though. Klein gets it over. McWilliams now. Again over the double block and gets the point. Emma McWilliams thought she had two different kills in that set before she finally got one to count. David Ortiz won that round to be called earlier. That's an ace. Look at that. Perfectly placed for Ainsley Klein. That's long, and it's 3 straight points for Portage. A couple members of the JV squad for Crown Point enter. Klein to serve again for the 4th consecutive time. Free ball here. Bazell, Klakowski trying to go cross court. Met by a wall. And it lands on the wrong side of the tape. That's 4 straight now for Portage. They're hanging in there. Ainsley Klein at the service line has given them a chance here in this 3rd set. A must-win set for the Indians. Klein sets up McWilliams. Bedore to serve. And Rafael wins the point. They're within 9, 19-10. And Navarro rejoins. So does Brooke Hodges. That's a great spot. Ruella found a pocket on that left side, cross-court kill for her. And Crown Point's 5 away from a Thursday night 3-set victory over Portage and improving to 6-0 in the deck. Navarro wasn't expecting that one as Makowski sends it into the net. 21-10. Navarro. Hodges now needed to get it over. That's a good dig. Plymouth. Shara picks up yet another kill. (22-10). Hodges on the 1-2. Shara was ready for it. That one. Long from Bumpus. Feld now here will serve. Our team trailing by 11, and it's a service error, another one. Ainsley Klein gave him some life at the line as Portage rattled off 4 straight points in this do-or-die set for them. That's long from Henderson. Makowski will serve. 5'9" junior, team leader for Portage. Shara. Long. Shara again, that time she finds the line. And now this is match point for Crown Point for another straight set victory this season. (13 of their 15 wins have been in straight sets. Now make it 14 of 16, and Crown Point defeats Portage in straight sets. 25-13 the final in this third and decisive set. Crown Point improves to 16-1. They tie their season-long winning streak at 8 matches. Meanwhile, Portage now has dropped consecutive matches and falls to 6-7. We'll take our final break of the night, the post-game show. Up next, this is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Dominant day for the Crown Point Bulldogs en route to their 16th win of this 2025 season and their straight set victory as well. That's now their 14th victory in straight sets this season. They've continued a red hot streak in 2025. They've still only dropped 4 sets the entire way so far. Obviously, it doesn't get easier. Still plenty of season left for Crown Point, but off to a very impressive start. Same thing can be said for Portage, a team that's trying to find its own here. Still plenty of time left to improve as they fall to 6-7 on the season and have now lost 3 straight to Crown Point. It's time to name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies have offices open from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. The Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game tonight was Ella Scara of Crown Point. She came in as the team and Duneland Conference leader in kills, and she just racked them up left and right. Dominant at the service line as well. Just an all-around great night for her en route to Crown Point's 16th win in dominant straight set fashion. It's now time to name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And our blue-collar player of the game tonight was Ainsley Klein of the Portage Indian. She was huge in that third and final set tonight. Rattled off 4 straight points from the service line, including 3 aces. She was also brilliant from the service line in the second set as well. Really kept Portage alive in that do-or-die set, so credit to her for gutting it out and trying to keep her team alive in this game in a night where, unfortunately, just not a lot of things went right. Not to their own fault. They just ran into a buzzsaw that is Crown Point. And last but not least, it's time to name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit Ironworkers Local 395. And tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game was back in the middle of the second set. There was a near minute 15-second long rally coming out of the second set timeout that David Ortiz called for Portage, and eventually landed with Kalia DeShields of Crown Point a nasty block right along the tape, and she blocked it down right into the coffin corner on that near side of hers. Wins a long rally and really sealed the momentum and pretty much ensured Crown Point was going to run away with that second set victory. That was tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395, Union Strong. Again, the final tally tonight, Crown Point winning in straight sets, 25-7, 25-14, and 25-13. The Bulldogs are back in action on September the 16th in a road conference match at Michigan City. Portage back in action on Saturday, where they will take on, in a tournament action, they'll take on Fort Wayne Concordia Lutheran High School, and a very good team in the state in volleyball in Warsaw. Both of those matches will take place this coming Saturday, September the 13th. Bulldogs improved to 16-1, 6-0 in the DAC. Portage falls to 6-7, 2-4 in the Duneland. Special thanks tonight to our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our sales manager, Heather Ames, our coordinating producer, Zach Miller, our sports director, Mike Dewan, our great producer, Zach Zanelli, our camera operator, Martin Murillo Jr., and to the coaches of both teams. For Portage, David Ortiz, Allison Duncan. For Crown Point, both schools' athletic directors, thank you as always. To Portage, it's Brett St. Germain, and for Crown Point, Bill Derula. And last but certainly not least, to you, the viewers at home on Facebook/Region Sports Nation, YouTube/Region Sports, and RegionSports.com. I've been Calvin Malater. Thank you so much for watching Game Night on the Region.